Every once in a while, I like to work on HO scale locomotives. Don't have much track, but I enjoy working on the locomotives. So I never had these before. This is an RSD4 5. So on the good side, all the handrails are there, couplers and horns. Everything's there. On the bad side, somebody did a poor job of weathering it. So I'm going to see if I can't help this a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in soap and water for about a week, and I'm going to see if that won't come off a little bit. Somebody weathered this. I don't know what this is. It's still sticky. So I'm going to try the soap and water for a week, and we'll see what it does. I'm going to remove the drive system, of course, and probably remove the couplers too. So let's get to work. So I got all my parts organized now, and I'm ready to put the plastic parts in the water for about a week, and we'll see what it did. Okay, so we're 1 week later, and I've had my shells in the water for a week, and there's no change really. So I have two options here. One option, I could repaint them for Pen Central. I have some decals left over. Or what I think I'd prefer to do is to use my airbrush and tone down the brown using some black. So I'm going to be using some very thin flat black paint. So before I paint them, I wanted to make sure to remove the glass and the lenses for the headlights. So I'm mostly working on this RS1 first. So you can see with my airbrush, I put most of the paint on the top part to get rid of this brown. And also I did the side, but it turned out very dark. But I find this looks better. So I'm going to keep working on the drive system. I'm going to put the drive system back on here, one step at a time for you. So like I always do, I work with my wheels, clean them until they're very shiny. I find that to be the most important part, because that, keeping your track clean, ensures you have good electrical pickup. So I wash them once with my toothbrush. I wipe them, I wash them once with my toothbrush, and then I wipe them again. So to put my gearbox back in there, I remove the worm gear. And it just goes over here. You just have to spread the contact plates and the bearings out a little bit. And then it just wants to go right in. And you can tell when it's in the right spot. It just clicks in there. So just make sure that your drive shafts is in the right spot, and it just drops in there. And then you can put in your retainer. You hardly need any oil on this. Just one drop here and there, and that's it. So to put your retainer back, it just goes over here like this. Nice and easy. At this point, it gets easy. You can put the wheels back on. The wheels just drop in there in the gearbox. And then these side contact plates are the bearing at the same time. So make sure you have your axles in the end caps. And then the other side. And then all you need is the side frames. These two, there's only one way they can go. They're both the same on each side. And once you've done it right, they'll just click. These are actually very, very pleasant to work with. I buy these Kato locomotives because they run so smooth. But actually, once you got them figured out, they're very easy to work with. Everything is easy to get at. And then this last part actually holds the side frames together with this pin. So this is the part you take out first. It just goes right back in there. And that too, you'll hear it click. And once I'm done, I'll test the engine on my workbench again, just to make sure everything's where it should be and that it sounds good. That sounds pretty good to me. I got an idea. Let's go try it on the track. I don't have much HO scale track, but enough to test it. That is such a smooth runner. Awesome. So now I'm working on my glass. The glass had brown paint on it, or beige paint. I tried to remove it using brake fluid, but it didn't work. So I'm actually pretty angry about this. I'm angry enough that I'm going to replace the windows. I'm going to make my own windows. Sometimes you go to the grocery store and you get packaging. So this is a package I got from the grocery store. So I don't throw it out. I keep the flat part and I can reuse it to make windows. I'm going to use the original windows as a template, and I'm going to cut some new ones. So there's the RS1 glass and the RS3 glass. So now I'm ready to install them in the cab. So I got my windows back in. How do you like them? They look pretty good to me. I've got one last little tip for you. These number boards here, they're transparent and they light up. So instead of working like crazy to get them from the inside, I actually get them from the outside. They go very easily. From the inside it's a nightmare, but from the outside, just push them in like this and they go right in. It's a beautiful thing. I also had to repaint all the handrails, but with having all the handrails painted correctly and in their proper place, it really helps both of these units. They don't exactly look like new, but they look a lot better than when I started. Very happy for this project. It was a lot of fun to do. See you soon.